Alrighty, I think I'm just about ready to start off. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hello, Cameo Mile. Hello, Mira. It's always lovely to see you here, as always. Yeah, it's nice to be streaming. I am, again, really sorry I had to miss on last week because of things outside of my control, but we are back. We are the streaming of the art, and for tonight, we have brought back, if it will pop up, we have brought back the wheel. The wheel has been filled with many a Sonic character for the drawing from memory tonight. I've got just about anyone I could really think of, from the classic games, the modern games, spin offs, some of the cartoons in IDW comics, and some of the more niche picks that I thought would be fun to try and draw because, you know, I think I know my Sonic, but there are some characters I've certainly drawn a lot more than others, so I thought going for some of these kind of characters would be fun to draw. So, without a further ado, let us spin for our first character of the evening. Huzzah! And our first character of the evening shall be... Oh, starting off nice and simple with a Chow. Well, that's a little less exciting than I was hoping would be our first pick, but you know what? We're start small. Start small, work our way up. We're working with a Chow first. And hello, Crazy Star. Hello, hello. Thank you for popping in. It's always nice to see you. Right, well. I love how the word changes called the Master Sequence. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Again, we're just... I guess we're starting off with Chow, and I think I know a Chow. I might doodle a couple because Chow are fairly easy to draw. They just got like a little onion head. Yeah, they got little onion heads. They got a little bauble. And they sit on their little feetsies like that. He's like doing like doodling with a crayon. He's got like a comically sized large, well, normal sized pencil for us, but comically large for him. I give him a comically large pencil for his size. And what's he drawn? He's I'm putting way too much effort into this purely because of like how simple the character is. He can be drawing Chaos. Why not? Just in case we get him as well. I think that's what Chaos looks like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's looking at it with like, is that what it looks? And he's got little wings. Perfect. He's brilliant. Alright, might as well. Well, we're gonna ink him now. Might as well. Yeah, I think I've nailed the eyes at the very least. I think that the eyes are perfect. He's just like stuck in his thumb or something while he's trying to figure out. I don't know why my voice went like that. He's trying to suck his thumb as he figures out how to do our chaos. Yeah, I think that looks good. I mean, with how simple the Chow is, I might as well go for like full color and everything if I have the time. Because a lot of Sonic characters are fairly simple in their design, so I might try and go the full 9 yards and color them in and such, just because I think I have a better memory of them than I did back when we first attempted like Nintendo characters from memory. Because a lot of those were very like the ones I picked for that were a lot of very niche picks and not exactly sure about a lot of those details. But this one should be a lot easier for me, and I'm so ready to. I've got my foot ready to put in my mouth for my hubris and eventually it getting the better of me. Yeah, the one Garrido character. I will never be able to live what I did to Riju down. I absolutely decimated her, and I felt so bad about it upon looking back on that drawing. But hey, it somehow willed Age of Imprisonment into existence, so I'll take it. Which I still need to finish at some point. I could say that with a lot of my Switch 2 library now that I'm thinking about it. Don't look right. That looks better. It's okay, backlogs are an eternal constant. So true. And they certainly don't seem to be getting any better with everything that Nintendo adds to the NSO. And then Chaos is just kind of like. He's got the same kind of head, and his brain is in there. It's all like floop. And then he's all like. Perfect. Why is it so hard to draw after you're forced to take a break from it? You're so true, so true. It can be hard sometimes to get the mojo back into things. Oh, forgot his little bubble. It was like, oh wait, no, wait, it could have it like, because the chows do that when you're in the chow garden, and it's really cute. The chow suffers from art block. It comes for us all, even when we are tiny and wee. And then coloring is fairly simple, I believe. Yeah, that looks right. A bit more yellow. Yeah, that's right. Way up, way up. Little pink wings. I have like a freaking Chow beanie, so I'm fairly familiar with what the colors are at the very least, and he's got like sort of. Yeah, I think those are right. He's got like little colored limbs and whatnot, slightly. I wish I miss the Chow Garden. I really want them to do like. I feel that's like the easiest mobile game they could have possibly ever done, and they've just never done it for some reason. Like, it's the kind of thing you would expect they'd get, like, the Hardlight team to work on. I mean, when they're not eventually, hopefully, porting Dream Team to Switch or something, because we're still waiting for that. Please do that. I need that in my life. crayon brush. So he's like actually like scribbling it in crayon. As a persistent, I'm glad. I think I'm definitely sort of giving myself a big ego by saying like, oh man, we've got this in the bag over like one of the easiest designs we could have had to start with. I know for a fact some of these are going to be definitely a lot more challenging, so hopefully we get some of the fun ones that we can possibly have on my list. And there we go, there's our first one. We got a Chow. Ciao bella. My usual, give it a little oomph in the line art. Perfecto. That looks great. Yeah, good start. Good first start. Clean up a little. I don't know if all of them will be like fully colored and whatnot. I just wanted to do it at least for the Chow because the Chow is easy to do. Just gonna oh, I made him very small. Perfect. Alright. Well, that's one done. I guess now we must return and consult. We must return to and consult the wheel once more. I can remove Chow. And I guess we'll roll for another one. Let us see who it gives us, and hopefully it gives us something that's a bit more of a challenge this time. Oh, yeah, that could work. We're going on to the Werehog from Sonic Unleashed, so that will certainly be an interesting one. Certainly something a bit more challenging. Insert the funny scream here, indeed, yes. Alright, so Werehog. I vaguely know, it's just Sonic but fluffy. So that should be fairly easy. It's like, that's a bit too big. So it's just the same kind of like more hunched over. I think the eyes are a bit more sharper as well. Ayo, Kaito, thank you for joining. Nice to see you. We're already off to a cracking start. We've already made some good progress. We are now on our second one, which is the game has given us the Werehog. So hopefully it goes by fairly decently. He's got like big claw. He's got like big paws with big claws. Has Honey been drawn yet? No, so far the only one we've drawn is a Chow. And it's come out fairly nicely. So we're moving on to our second one, which is the Werehog. It would be nice to get Honey. She is on my list. I have basically anyone I could think of on the list now, including some that completely escaped my mind until they came up in the frickin' Chaotix case files, which I've been watching. I watched the first episode of before coming to stream tonight. So good. I love that they're doing more stuff with characters that aren't Shadow. We need more of that. Yeah, shout out to the Chaotix case files. I'm hoping we get frickin' any of the Chaotix just because of that. I haven't listened yet. I won't spoil anything then. I won't say anything. Yeah, so it's just, he's just very poofy overall. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then obviously for the shoes, it's just Sonic shoes, but he's got spiky cleats, and with them, anything is possible. that looks right for the werehog. With these spiky cleats, anything is possible. Proceeds to step on the egg dragoon multiple times. We can go even further beyond with the fluffiness. Make him uber fluff. But not too fluff, we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to accidentally summon a jazz band of this drawing. Have you seen the beta designs in the warehouse? Oh, have they started putting any of those out yet? That sounds cool. I haven't seen any, no. It's insanely floofy. Oh, well, now I have to see it at some point. You'll have to send it to me after stream, because I'm sure that will be lovely to look at. There's something really cool about a lot of, like, beta designs for characters, for some of the Sonic characters. And I'm glad they've started using those as, like, pre-release, or, like, not pre-release, like, pre-order bonuses, like they did it with frickin' the rabbit that was originally designed to be Sonic in Superstars, and they did it with Shadow's design in Generations, which was really cool. Man, you draw fast, huh? Years of experience. Many, many years of experience. Do you remember the language teaching card? Oh my god, fucking Muzzy, yes. Yeah, those used to... Is it look more like... guessing it looks more like that. That's very funny. I'll stop you, Eggman, but first, have you had your Spanish lessons this week? I think it was just French, though. I can't remember. The werehog does look like the kind of guy who would teach you French. Je suis ass kick, or whatever. Spanish or Vanish, Eggman, yeah. The werehog is secretly the frickin' Duolingo bird. I'm sure they had Spanish too, yeah. It's hard to remember. It's been so long since I've seen those adverts, but they only seem to be in French. From what I remember. God, that's a weird topic to remember. But I guess these things happen. He teaches you Italian Spagonian, yeah. Man, this just makes me really hope that we get like an Unleashed re-release. Well, an official Unleashed re-release, because I know there's the decompilation on PC now that recompilation I think it's called on PC now that people have sort of made, but I don't know. An official re-release would be really nice for the 35th anniversary. Hopefully it's one of the things on the plans. The ones with the Transfem Sonic mod, yeah, and Hatsune Miku as Chip. Absolutely. I've heard good things about it, but it's also like I'm happy with just playing it on a Series S at 60 FPS, because that's all I really needed, really. I don't think his nose gets any spikier, but I'll give him some extra fur on his face at the very least. paid money for that port. Interesting. Well, maybe Sega's listening and is working on that. I mean, Sega's pretty good at listening to the... I want to say Sega's good at listening to the fans, but we're only just now starting to get content for characters that isn't Shadow or Amy, so hard to say on that regard, but they're really good when it comes to, like, fan game stuff, and I'm guessing they could be seeing that people have a real need for it and are working on ports for some of the later games. Or, like, well, not later games, but, like, the early HD games. Heck, I'd take 06 just being available on Series S at this point with how that console's backwards compatibility works. I remember he's got slight white tints at the top of his quills in werehog form. Yeah, that looks good, I think. Yeah. That looks about right. And now the color. It's very like a faint muted blue. A bit less fainted. That's good. That's good. And then the outside fur is blue. Whoa, that's too much blue. Too much blue. Well, with the simple ones, I might as well do some color as well because I feel like I have the time to give them color as well. It's not like because I have a good memory for these characters and I didn't really have it for when we did the Nintendo one, which I need to do a second round of at some point, especially if we potentially get another Nintendo Direct soon. Like that's always fun to have for those. Also, shout out to the Werehog for being the rare entity with no gloves in the Sonic universe. Yeah, he's cool. I miss him. I mean, he's gone for specific reasons, but I still miss him. He was cool. Do you have a favorite era of Sonic, like specific year range? I want to say the one we're in now is pretty good. I think we're starting to get like that sort of it's confident in itself again era. I think my favorite overall is like Adventure 1 through Heroes though, because I am about as unique a Sonic fan as you would expect. There's just something about that era's energy that I really miss, and we're starting to get back to it, or at the very least a uniquer, new kind of energy. I thought you were going to say old. Pretty much. Hello, Ashley. It's good to see you here as well. Thank you for joining us. You just caught us on the second of our drawings for tonight. We're already kind of away in things. The current era feels like that part too, which is good. Yeah, we're getting very much closer to that, to how that Dreamcast era felt in terms of its tone, which I'm really liking. All right, well then, we've already done 2 characters now. It's time for our next spin of the wheel. And hopefully something finally gives me a challenge, because that would be really nice right now. I was going to make a joke about Sonic and Crash holding hands and having the world's most indestructible shoes. Interesting. Oh, yay, come on please. Yeah! For our next character we have Ray the Flying Squirrel. This one is very fun. This one will be fun. Gotta give some love to my boys. The classic boys who got freaking shipped on the way to Coming to Mania on the Superstars. But you know what? They were better off for it. Alright, I think I remember. Ray's Ray's baby. He's like a little flying scrub. Do easy sort of classic era anatomy. He's got I know he's got like a big nose. He's got a bigger nose than the others as well. He's got ear there. Ear there. Like I said, I don't know how long this stream will be because I know for a fact that a lot of these duels aren't going to take very long. So I'll probably go for about as long as I can fulfilling a page. I can think of exactly 2 games that have Ray. The arcade, yeah, it's the arcade game and it's Mania, and that's basically it. Which is such a shame because I think him and Mighty are such a fun duo. And they're severely underutilized. Yeah, at least Mighty has Chaotix as well. Yeah, they're just so underused, and I wish they would be used more because I think they're really fun. They're a nice like the Pepsi to Sonic and Tails' Coke, and they bring their own sort of unique flavor to the sort of the plucky hero and their flying sidekick dynamic. And I wish they were used more so much. And Mighty's tails like that. That's good, I think. Yep. Oh, can't see the canvas. Oh, am I still on? Oopsie, I'm still on that. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, goodness me. You can tell I'm rusty about this. Whoopsie daisies. Well, you can see now, and hopefully it looks good. A Ray jump scare. Whoopsie daisy. Well, so much for this getting like made into a video. Oh boy. I'm rusty at this, I swear. I'm rusty at this. You think I would be good at this streaming thing by now, but I knew something was gonna happen. I knew something was gonna frickin' happen. That was good. Yeah, like that. Well, at least I'll remember for next time. Loving the blue line art. Yeah, I've been messing around a lot with like colored line art because I think it makes pieces pop a lot more. The trouble is just always put. Did you put Cold Steel in the wheel or Tannic? No, I have not. No. Mainly just going for basically whatever I could think of from like a spin-off or a comic. Well, the IDW comic specifically, because I don't know Archie well at all. Yeah, it's just a nice night for chilling, doodling, and yapping about stuff. Cold Steel's the same vibe as Fail. Oh god, not that video again. You send that video basically every time you introduce it to a friend group, and it always makes me laugh every time. I look away for a minute, and the drawing is like almost done. Yep, that's me with Sonic. We should all be aware of this by now. So, I don't really know how much longer this stream is going to be, considering, well, I put more faith in myself that this was going to be a challenge, and well, that we all completely forgot that I am an autistic fool who is very normal about Sonic the Hedgehog. It is a good video, yeah. It's one of those weird, dumb videos that are always fun to put on. Like, there's there's videos of people filming themselves, like, having Keyblade fights or something. Those kinds of videos are always fun. They just throw on to really help introduce a friend group to your sort of sense of humor. The Keyblade, I can't kill you. You're a part of me. You're a fool, Sora. Clearly what this needs to be actually a challenge is to not just do Sonic and just basically do like every kind of 90s mascot platformer of that era all in like one sort of thing. I don't think I've seen the Keyblade one. I will have to try and find it for you once I'm done tonight. You're a fool, Sora walks away from a FedEx. Yes, that video. I love that one. It's so stupid. I love it so. I forget, was it you that shared that video with me, Kai, or was that... Because I feel like that was something you would have shown us as a friend group. Because you were the kind of the master of showing those kinds of weird videos to us. Sounded like the kind of thing I did. It probably was then, yeah. Yep, I think that's that done. Oh, he's so silly looking. I love him. Well, he's a classic Sonic character, so I guess it makes sense for him to look a bit more goof. Goofy, haha. He's sort of like a tan skin. Or like darker skin at the very least. Looks like I gotta leave a bit early. See you. Thank you for joining us anyway, Tay. It's always a pleasure to have you around for the streams. Hope you do well. Right, and just that tongue, the innards of the moof. And then just the eyes. Is that nose? And the shoes. I gotta do shoes as well. His shoes are blue because they do. His Ray's shoes are like the thing I like when some Tails fan artists do, where they make Tails' shoes blue to give them that bit more of a contrast between him and Sonic. I always like it when artists do that because it's a nice little extra contrast between the two characters. It's very much sort of like this kind of blue. Yeah, perfect. Perfectamundo. So I'm gonna do the light in his eyes. Light in his eyes. Come to think of it, how many not red shoes have we seen in this series? Vector, Silver, I guess Eggman technically counts because he's just got like... Whoa, wrong layout for that. Yeah, it's not often. The red shoes are fairly common now that I'm thinking about it. Like, add that to Sonic and Ovia Tales, you get primary color shoes, yeah. Well, that's, we're already down 3, so... We're doing a lot better at this than I had originally anticipated. Let me remember to actually put the wheel back on the wall. Alrighty, well then. We are not even... We are half an hour in and we're already 3 characters down, so... This might end up being a shorter stream than we're used to. But yeah, let's just go ahead and spin for our next character. Please be something challenging. I need something to actually be challenging in this one. That'll do? Will that do? Yeah. Oh, hell yes. We got Kit from the IDW comics. That should actually prove a decent challenge because I'm not overly familiar with Kit. Alright. I think I have the basics of them though. They're kind of just like a moody looking fox with water abilities. Definitely don't remember. They're from the IDW comics. They're like Surge's. They're like Surge's tails. Kitsunami, yeah. So they almost kind of have like a sort of a classic Tails look to them. So they have like the snout and then the ears. I'm trying to remember what they look like is going to be hard. But hey, that's why I put them on. I hope the IDW folks don't see this and I was like, well, we can't hire this guy now because he doesn't know our characters. Alright, so he kind of is like this, if memory is serving me well. And he's got like a little belly. And he's got like a backpacky, jetpacky thing on. See, these are the kind of characters I was really hoping we get more of to start with, so that I had something to sort of have a bit of fun with and be out of my comfort zone. He's just like a little kid who's got like a water jetpacky thing. And I apologize to any fans of this character walking in and just seeing me try to draw them from memory, and it's just like a mess, but that is the fun of the challenge. And then it's okay, literally all of my IDW knowledge, pretty much myself as well. I only really... most of my knowledge is like screen caps that people post on the internet. I have started reading like a couple of the early volumes, but I'm not super far on it. Unfortunately, I need to start getting more into the comics, because they are like one of the best parts of recent Sonic. And I forget what his shoes like, so I'm gonna give him some new shoes. He's got like that now. His shoes are like that now. Don't tell me otherwise. Just looked him up. He looks cool. Yeah, he's cool. I just don't remember his design very well, because mostly when because I don't know the IDW cast very well at all. Aside from Tangle and Whisper, that's mostly because they're now part of Crossworlds, thankfully. So it's a bit easier for me to remember what they look like. Also, I'm pretty sure I've drawn Tangle, so I have a fairly decent idea of what she looks like now. Looks like the kind of fan kid I would have made when I was a kid. Yeah, I think both him and Surge are based off of glitches in like the original classic Sonic games, like a coloring glitch that sometimes happens in those games. Tanglers were mostly in other games. Like, yeah, they've appeared more in the mobile games, and only Surge is only just now starting to appear in a lot of them, without Kit for some reason, which is weird. Yeah, the oldest Sura glitch. Yeah, that's the one. I think that's what's going on. It's nice to have my ego immediately sort of humbled after a lot of free, fairly easy characters, but yeah. Still doesn't take me too long to draw something. The only ones I know off the top of my head are Jewel, Bell, and Lanolin, yeah. Oh, that is one I forgot. I forgot Jewel. I'll slap them on the list before I... Oh, Bell as well, yeah. Those are two I forgot to put on the list. I'll slap those on before we roll for the next character. Oh god, and freaking Rough and Tumble and the Gay Owls. Man, I forgot a lot now that I'm thinking about it. Some Sonic fan, am I right, guys? I'll probably still try and color in Kit because I have a vague idea of their color scheme, so you just get a case of coloring on the parts that I do know and just kind of freeballing it outside of that. It looks so sad. He looks like he just got out of college and he's just realized how much student debt he's in after his first day on the campus. But he's trying to stay optimistic about it all. Yeah, that looks about right. For this one, I'll have to get a picture or whatnot of him because I was fairly confident in the other ones, but definitely not with this one. So, be a case of I'll have to get a picture up after I'm done with this to sort of see how close I was. There's a little water trickles. I don't know why I'm putting so much detail into this, but you know what? Honestly, not super far from. That's good to know. That's very good to know. I knew his hair at the very least, I think. I knew he had sort of a combed over sort of hairstyle to him. Kid Sparrows were designed with Sonic's hydrophobic. That explains a lot, yeah. Kind of had a feeling about that. Alright. It's just these fairly decently unmodeled, pristine duels, and then you just get to this, and he's just like, hey guys. Hey, how y'all doing? My name's Kid. I like I like warm bread. I'm never getting that job at IDW. Joke, joke, joke. Maybe one day. Be nice. Honestly, just to be able to work on anything Sonic would be nice at this point. me just unofficially, I really want to animate some parts from the Chaotix case files, because that's just been really fun to have. But I will not say anything about it, because obviously there are folks who haven't seen... Oh, that's too much. I think that's right. This has the sort of... gives me that vibe to him. And the backpack is green, I think. Sort of has this... I think he has like sort of similar like parts to him as Surge does, so... I have to look this up, just 1 second. I have to look it up. If it will let me, I'm just going to quickly... Can't. Oh, okay. That, I mean, I wasn't... Yeah, I can see why I wasn't far off, but I definitely fucked up his ears. Let's have a look. Let's show. Where is it? There it is. Any day now. Any day, scroll. Any day. Any day now. Yep, yeah, not my not my finest hour. I definitely fucked up the ears, and definitely not right color at all, but I mean, it was right with the yellow, just not in the right areas. So I didn't do as bad as I had thought I had done. So I'll take that. I'll take that small victory. Oh boy. I look at this kit from memory and I look at it as, how you doing, sugar? Yeah, apart from the eyes, it's pretty close. Yeah, whoopsie daisy. Oh boy. Let's never speak of this. We never speak of this again. This is going right up on the garbage pile. Alright, we never speak of this again. Ever for the rest of our lives. We take it to our graves. Boy. There we go. That's the energy I was hoping to have at this stream. Just the whoopsie daisies. Alright, there we go. Alright. That's kit done. I might go for a good 3 or 4 more. I'll go until we fill up this page, but I'll try and go for like another 3 or 4 at the very least. Hopefully we can... Oh, wrong one. Wrong button. I'm professional, I swear. Alright, rolling again. Alright. Oh no. Oh. Next up we have Marine from Rush Adventure. Let's go. Some Rush Adventure rep. Another character that I'm not as familiar with, so you know what? This might be fun. This will be just as bad, if not worse, than whatever the heck this is. Anyway, okay, let's go. We're addressing the Australians tonight with this one. We're going to Australia with this one. Alright. All I can remember from her is that Marine is just like Yap City and will just like talk your ear rolls off about cobbers or something. I need to play Rush Adventure again at some point. It's like that sort of ears. She's a raccoon as well, so I have to give her the little... cobbers? Give her like that Animal Crossing ass tail. Marine's a character I definitely want to see more of at some point. So shout out to Sonic Rush Adventure My Blood. So true, so true. I can't remember if she has like a hair or not. Featuring Marine, who has canonically said bugger 4 times in one game. Yeah, she's a gem. She is. Obviously she can be a bit annoying for folks, but you know what? I like her a lot. She's funny. leading to a Peggy 12 rating exactly. We love her for it. And the raccoons have sort of more rounded ears. I think. I mean, you think I know this. I have a raccoon. See that I draw frequently. You think I would know what a raccoon looks like. And she has that sort of a shirt. Oh, there's a temptation here to make her to draw her saying a funny word, but I'm going to refrain from doing so because I gotta keep this stream PG if I can. She has that sort of like, she has like the usual sort of Sonic glove ending parts, so just. There we go. I will leave it up to your imagination what that four-letter word is. And then just line art, as always. Does she have like the regular song nose, or is it more like a Cream and Tails is like button nose? I'm leaning more towards like a Tailsy nose because she is like the Soul Universe Tails, so it's hard to say really. And she's got like, I think she's got like stripes in the back of her head. Oh, doesn't she have like, I think she also has like, on the side of her eyes, she has like markings here as well. I could just be brutally overthinking this. But you know what? That's the fun of it. Look, if Sega's not going to use her for anything, she's my OC now. I'm not going to use her as much as I damn well please. That's right. Fix that up nice. Something about that does not look right, but I can't place my finger on what. Wait, I think she doesn't she have like, yeah, she has like that kind of hair maybe, or am I thinking of Sticks? It's so easy to get those two mixed up because they more or less have the same sort of character design. It's very easy to get those two mixed up for me. Sticks is Ica from Skies of Arcadia. She basically is, yeah. Man, I need to play that at some point. I need to play Skies of Arcadia. I'm surprisingly lacking in a lot of my Sega game playing. So that's something I definitely need to work on this year, if possible. I would say maybe a stream, but I don't think I'm quite ready for a RPG game stream just yet, because we're still just like, I haven't even finished a full game on here yet. There's definitely one design. But that's always a concerning thing when you're trying to draw something from memory. It would be a long stream series, yeah, yeah. So I don't really have the time to dedicate to RPGs just yet, as much as there are like a million RPGs I want to stream. Specifically Pokemon at the minute. Pokemon is like the big one I want to stream more of. And I'm debating so many of them at all times. But I keep pushing them back because, like, oh, what if they put it on the NSO or stuff? And that would be fun. Mm. Brilliant commentary, me. You're just going, all the time. Like you're a mom looking at soup cans and deciding which one to buy for your child. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that looks right. As well color in as well. And then I'll look up a photo of Marine and I can see how much I missed up for mixed for sticks. Well, that sure isn't a four-letter word. Well, I decided to go against doing that joke because it was not funny. Is it a paler orange? Oh, I'm doing this over the... doing it on the wrong layer. She has like a green shirt. Pretty sure it's a green shirt. Could very much be wrong. I'm not confident anymore. I started this stream with too much hubris and now I'm questioning everything I know. Kit just really took the wind out of my sails in terms of my confidence, but that's fine. That's the whole fun of this stream. That's why I wanted to do this kind of stream. Because the whole point of this was to put my money where my autistic hyperfixation is. I think I've just given her the frickin' the Undertale kid shirt. Like Marine's about to get filled with determination or something. It is kinda, yeah. And again, I think it is like a greenish color scheme for her shoes as well. If the center stripe was yellow, that'd just be Chris's shirt, yeah. Undertale if Australian. Chris is now a raccoon that calls people cover. There feels like there is something obviously missing, but my brain can't, like, place it at this specific moment in time. And it's sending my anxiety through the goddamn roof. Alright. Time to look up Sonic. Okay, I was not as far off on that one as I thought I was, so that's something at least. I will take that. But well, and I missed out on a couple of details again, but I knew she had I knew she had freaking like pigtails though. I knew that much. I knew that. It's boomerang hair. Yeah, I should have thought about that. That's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah. Whoopsie daisy. Hmm. Yeah, it is just kind of like prototype sticks. The more I look at it, well, we learn things as we go along, and this is probably why I'm not a professional character designer for Sega. Oh, she's got like the frickin' the the pants that every Sonic female character has. You think I would have put those on there? I mean, hey, you got the tail stripes. Yeah, but that's raccoons. That's like the basic knowledge of raccoons would tell you that they have tail stripes and darker tips on filters. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't as far off as I thought I was going to be. And I wasn't too wrong about like second guessing pieces of her that were just me in my brain thinking of sticks rather than marine. Alright. Okay. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll take solace in that fact. But anyway, enough of that. Oh yeah, I was gonna add. I was gonna add Jewel because I forgot to add Jewel onto here. Alright. Time for our next roll. Let me shuffle these a little bit as well. And we're good to roll. That's the wrong button again, me. I just noticed something was on the wheel. Don't pay much attention to it. You never know. We might hit it. And next up is we've got an egg pawn. Okay, that might be easier. I think I know. Wait. My brain is about to do the thing again. I might know how to do an egg pawn a bit easier than say other things. So egg pawns are fairly easy because they're just like your little basic enemy robot. Give it a funny. I mean, I got it too because we just played colors where they all have funny hats. I'm gonna give it like the chef hat that they have in. Yeah, I'll give it the chef hat that they have in frickin'. They have sort of a. They have like a pointy nose and like big grins. I know that much. Give it a funny hat. Yeah, we'll give it the chef's hat that it has in Sweet Mountain. See, Sega's missed sleeping on frickin' cosmetics like this for Crossworlds. They could give the egg pawn so many funny little hats, and people would pay like bucket loads for it. And then other than that, it's just like really simple, like here is robot vibes. I love the egg pawn's designs. They're probably my favorite of like the sort of the Badnik designs, just because it could just be nostalgia from Heroes, but I just like their designs so much. Here at Eggman's Incredible Interstellar Amusement Park, we guarantee all of our employees get to wear funny hats. So true, Eggman, so true. And then they give him like I'll give him his whisk. And give him his whisk that he's going to use to beat me, much like the eggs he serves. Egg pawns are peak characters, and they're so cute. Gotta give him his whisk as well. They have like, yeah. Robots are fun to draw. I'm not good at drawing them, but they're so fun to draw because of just the different sort of intricate things you can add to the design. Give him some shoes, and voila, perfect. He's perfect. He's gonna whip up some trouble. And we'll color him as well, why not? I like how all of this stream has just been me having like anxiety induced panic over did I do this right, and then just me going back to mm-hmm, 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 just over and over again. Perfect. Give him like his little eyebrows. Because I've not really had a whole lot to say aside from just this is what I think it looks like, and this is such and such. But I hope folks have been enjoying just watching whatever the heck this is. Are they? I think they're a bit more like blocky now that I'm thinking about it. Like stubbier and blockier. Or I might just be thinking of how they are in Lost World, where they're sort of much more stubby to sort of fit in with the rest of the backneck design in that game. Yeah, I think that was right. Of course, we're going to do his hand and whisk. That's right. Then have him hold his whisk. Much like the eggs in our souffle, our humble egg pawn droids are specifically designed to beat you within an inch of your life. Though thankfully not for the eggs. Weren't the blue egg pawns in the TSR and the challenge mode? Yeah, they were in the frickin'... They were like in the frickin'... I forget the name of it, but it was like a challenge mode in that story mode where you could just like smash a bunch of them in order to earn points. I forget the name of it. And they had permanent DreamWorks face. Like, you know what? You've inspired me. Perfect. Now you will never be able to unsee it, because it is permanently placed upon this egg pawn. It is very much a DreamWorks face, yes, indeed. And I think for colouring them, they're just orange. Pretty much just orange. Ooh, I have forgotten to draw an arm. I am a fool. There we go. There. Now it's art. And then they're just orange, I think. They're pretty much just orange all over. Orange, and then like these parts are grayish, blackish. I'll use that because I think that's better. Slightly dark. Plus that also works. That's a very long egg pawn, yeah. You know what? You're absolutely right. Let me just one sec. Perhaps the most egg-shaped pawn of them all. Exactly, exactly. Well, they're not called egg pawns for nothing. They gotta be egg. They also gotta cook you a delicious breakfast of eggs. No, I think the eyes are green, and then the mouth is like that bright blue. And they have like a big red nose. It's like put him in the hydraulic press. You know what? You're so right. Let me just transform, free transform. Perfect. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. That's about the right sort of density of an egg pawn. There we are. Alright, I think I have, if I move, which one is it? So, if I move these two, I think I have just enough space for like one more. Yeah, I have enough space for about one more tonight. Oh boy. Alright, what's our final one for the night going to be? Let me just, whoop. Let me return to the wheel. And we shall find our final character for this evening. Oh no. Oh boy. Hey, who's ready for more Rush Adventure Love? It is Captain Whisker. So that, oh wait, my brain did it again. We're getting 2 rounds of Rush Adventure, and both just as bad as the other. We're ending on a big one at the very least, so Captain Whisker is just like Eggman, but he's a robot pirate. So that should be simple enough, right? So it's just like pirate, so he's got a big pirate hat. And then he's got the mustache. Yeah, Captain Whisker needs to appear in the live action Sonic movies, because I think that's a perfect sort of, he'd be a perfect way to sort of replicate how Eggman kind of dies in the movie 3. And then we could have like a fun alternate dimension pirate adventure or something. See, that's how we get Blaze into the movies. And we don't have to rip off someone else's already existing character in the franchise to get it. Crazy. What a novel concept. He's got like, I'm going to assume because he's a robot that his like pirate skull and crossbones has like spanners in it instead of, if it even has that. My brain is defaulting to just default pirate and trying to make Eggman look robotic. Nice, where it's got like the big chassis. That looks right in my brain, but you know what my brain's like tonight. I'm assuming he's like sort of a coat-taily sort of vibe to him as well, I think. Let me make him a bit smaller so I can fit the rest of him in. I've given him sort of that like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog robotic nose as well. I think it looks good on him, and he's got like fairly thick sort of arm parts as well. He's got like the skull and thing on his arm as well. This is just clearly an indication I need to play Rush Adventure again. Well, this is clearly an indication I just need to play the Rush saga of Sonic games again. Post-haste, in fact. I mean, it would be a fun way to sort of test, like, streaming a DS game on through emulators and such. I mean, perfectly legit hardware. Y'all heard nothing. And then he's got kind of that. I'm just going to assume he looks like that. I'm giving him sort of weird proportions because I can't fit the rest of him into the page. Yes. He be pirate, he see. You make more spikes on his mustache. Yep, uh, you know, I'm not confident it looks right, but we'll work with it. We'll go with it. This will clearly need like a part two stream where I just like actually draw everyone on model and actually make them look good. Especially Kit. I am very, very kind of like, oof, I could have done better with that on the Kit specifically. I'm just glad anyone who is here has been having a good time at the very least. Hopefully. I'm probably planning for the next stream to hopefully be on Thursday. I did schedule for Thursday because I want to do some Donkey Kong Country Returns and try that streaming that game again. I was also debating on switching that in for Kirby Air Riders because that game just got like a new update with a bunch of extra modes added to it, and well, it's the only one of like the 2004 kart races I didn't stream yet, so that might make for a fun stream if nothing else. But I will let folks know regardless of what in regards to what I end up picking doing, because both would be fun to do. I might just end up doing Air Riders and having DK in my spare time, because it is a fairly hard game for me to stream if the last time I tried to was anything to go by. I'm just realizing I'm giving this guy like Wario proportions. I'm slowly turning Captain Whisker into Wario, and you know what? Goated. I mean, it's the kind of proportions that he totally should have had. It's very much like a stout, mechanical, piratey looking motherfucker. Plus, Wario is no like stranger to pirates at all. There's the frickin' there's Captain Syrup. There's the penultimate boss in Wario World, which I just recently finished. I mean, hey, the enemy in the Wario's first act was about Captain Syrup. They need to bring her back. I can't wait for Wario to sort of get their DK Bonanza style second attempt at like a platformer again. It needs to happen. I feel like it really needs to happen, especially when they just put Wario World on the NSO. We're getting the Virtual Boy NSO that has frickin' the Virtual Boy Wario Land that I'm really excited for, surprisingly. They need another attempt at Wario, I think. Because, man, it has been far too long, and I really miss how unique those games are in terms of, like, Mario side series. I feel like this would be so much more, like, comfortable to do with music, but I don't really know how to set that up just yet. It's been something I've been meaning to set up for ages, just to have some music on the in the background of the stream, but just never get around to it. Yeah, that's just nearly done, I think. I could say heck it and just try for another. I think I still got the energy to make like another couple of them, but I'm not sure if there's enough to really. I mean, there should be enough to justify it. Yeah. I would just need to set up another canvas and whatnot, which is fairly easy to do. So I might try and go for a couple more if I can keep up this level of energy. I just don't know if it would be really, if I would be able to. But you know what, we'll see. how I feel after I'm done coloring this guy. With his Wario ass legs that he totally has, and it's totally on model. Then I'm assuming for the color scheme it's just Eggman again, but instead of flesh it is like grey and metally colors, so that should be fairly easy to do. Yeah, that looks about as right as I think it does. It's like it's like Wario and the freaking Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog robot, and it kind of fused together in a weird way. That's what it's reminding me of. He's having a very evilicious day. Had to fuse together and become robot, yeah. I've given myself a metallic promotion to get that blasted rotten hedgehog. I couldn't do the voice. I was like going for it, and then my throat was like, no, we're tired. I almost had it, and I think he's got like a golden tooth as well. I think because pirates. That looks right. He gave his teeth a promotion. And then everything else should just be red, I think. Do a deep red because it's sort of metallic-y looking. Gold. He loves gold. See. Oh, and he's got like those two little weird sidekicks that follow him around as well, like Mim and Mum or something. Should pop. I could throw those in as well because they're just like little orb guys. Minnie and Mum, that's the ones. That's the ones. And they're just like orbs, so they're like. Bleh. And then the other guy is just like. Perfect. There's a Sonic character named Mum. It's just he's British. Captain Whisker is canonically British. He goes, "Swear on me, Mum." What are you doing about me, darling? Nothing, Mum. Oops. I was just using you for the sake of getting a promotion. We gotta get those old VHSs off of your hard drive. Yes, we love improv corner up in these streams. Question mark. It's what keeps the streams going. It's the magic of improv. And then, I mean, don't we all? We all wish we were better at improv. But yeah, that's Captain Whiskey. He's perfect. Nothing could be terrible about this at all, and nothing is off model at all. But just to check, we might as well. I don't know. We might as well look him up. Look him up. How did I fare? Oh, you know, I'm fairly far off in terms of like the outfit, but in terms of the vibes, I think I nailed it. I might have nailed it, as the kids say. Vaguely, at least. I nailed it in terms of, like, the vibe, at least. It's just, like, Robot Eggman. But he's got, like, the frickin'... He's got a lot more skulls on him, and of course, it's not like Spanner's, but it's like an Eggman mustache where, like, the skull and crossbones things are. But I had the jacket sort of right, and the hat's kind of right, and I love the shape of his mustache. That's so cool. Well... Yeah, you know what? I think we can go another couple rounds. I think I've got the energy and the time. I just need to take a quick sip of water. Yeah, I never noticed the skull hands. I thought they were sort of like hands that transformed into a cannon or something. That was my thinking process. That's what they were. All right. I think we're good for a couple more. So let's go for a couple more, and hopefully. Well, I shouldn't say anything because I'm going to jinx it if I do. Let's see what we get. To JV Jones, Biffy. Alrighty. Oh, please. Ooh, oh, yes. Okay, I'm down with this one. It's Barry from the Murder Sonic the Hedgehog. I was hoping we get at least one Murder Sonic the Hedgehog character in this. This one I'm fairly more familiar with because it's a very simple sort of design, so this should be fun. He's just kind of... I need to replay the Murder Sonic the Hedgehog at some point, because that's such a fun, dumb... Wait, is the train's on the way? Yeah. I definitely need to do a Murder Sonic the Hedgehog playthrough again. It's just such a silly game. And has like such fun writing that I'm glad it's sort of... We're getting to see sort of more of that style of writing in the Chaotix case files. He's kind of got like a jacket. Darn spam bots indeed, yeah. Just ignore it. I don't really know how to deal with those just yet. Am I doing this right? Immediate confidence is like, am I doing this right? He's like trying to spell his name right or something on the thing. I'm pretty sure I have Murder Sonic Hedgehog on Steam, but I haven't started yet. I'd love to do that at some point with y'all, because it would seems like the perfect game to do with friends, where it's kind of like Phoenix Wright or Oh, can't say that. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my fucking god, I did it again. Oh, I fucking... Oh, this stream is a clusterfuck. I swear I know what I'm doing. He's just like, he can't remember how to spell his name. So he's just trying to like note down orders. He can't remember. He kind of has like that kind of tail, I think. And then, yes, of course, as always, mirror in with the Snapcube references. But we always appreciate it because it's fun. That's such a fun playthrough as well, yeah, with everyone doing all the improv bits. He's got, like, sort of the fairly simplistic shoes. It was pronounced porque, like Spanish for why, yeah. That's such a fun... I need to rewatch that at some point. This would be so much easier if I knew what a quokka looked like, because that's what it meant to be, I think, as a quokka character. I think they just have, like, the basic muzzle sort of shape as well, now that I'm thinking about it. And then just like a regular nose. but I think it's more up. I think that's right. Or is it more? Or are they more rounded? I think they're more rounded. That's gonna count me out as just like I'll keep second guessing ears and then they look wrong. He's just like, did I spell that right? Or the alternative, you just draw a completely different freaking character instead, yeah. And I think there's also, like, if I remember correctly, there's an Easter egg, like, if you put Phoenix Wright as your name, it's like, doesn't sound right as well. I definitely need to do another Murder Sonic the Hedgehog playthrough at some point. Such a silly, fun game that I really hope they kind of do more of that kind of stuff. Like, I want another of those kinds of games for April Fools this year, if we can get that. Because that was so fun. That to me would like be like a perfect first sort of little surprise for the 35th anniversary. Oh, that makes me feel old just saying that Sonic is 35. Oy vey. And Pokemon's 30 and Kid Icarus is 40. I'm just slowly decaying at this point. Just put me in the chairlift now. I think this looks right though, at least. Typical sort of like blocky shoes with like that. Changing color in the fur. And then give him a little speech bubble. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I think. Sort of the fur is like that. This sort of red. Oh, I forgot to draw his freaking arm. I'm an idiot. Oy vey. Just rushing to get rushing to get stuff done because it was like so I don't have time to second guess everything. Just rushing it so I don't have time to second guess everything that I get wrong, so just like flooring it. I forget what color his outfit is as well. So we're going off vibes. He's now into wearing some some fresh green. Actually, I think that's right. That might be right. Well, we'll know in a sec once I get pull a picture up. it looks right in my head, and then I can't wait to be wrong later. Everyone's just pulling out these comically large pencils as well. Who's their supplier? I should get one of those. Okay, it's starting to look a bit better. It's starting to look more like what I think it looks like. What I'm gonna do is little notepad. Go to the thing. Oops. Oh, he's a gamer as well, so I should just like have his little in his pocket. He's got like his phone as well. He's a hashtag gamer. He's got like a little Sonic Endless Runner on there or something. Perfect. Great Scott, that's right. He is a gamer. He's one of us. He's playing freaking Sonic Labyrinth on his phone. He's one of those guys that gets like an emulator for Game Gear. Who the frick does that? Yeah. And then just like regular brown shoes. The more I look at it, the more I think it looks right, but it's also like I think he might be dressing up a little too fancy, but I guess we'll... No, Montellere. That's a word, I swear. Montellere. How? The brain is not braining tonight. Okay. Let me pull up Barry the Quokka. Oh, okay. I was right in some regards that like some bits of it are a lot less spiky than I was originally thinking he was. So I was right about like he had like the green petticoat. That's something at least I got right. He doesn't have pants. So I was kind of overdressing him for the sake of overdressing him, and I missed his little snout. But you know what? That's not too bad for trying to draw something from memory. I also drew him a fair shade lighter than he actually is, but I got the detail of the green right, just not the right color green. In fact, the one I used for the pants is probably the more accurate color. And I gave him a freaking whatever those like ascot-y things are instead of a bow tie. Well, these things are only learned in hindsight. But that is all the fun of these kinds of streams. And I'm trying to keep it that way so my mind doesn't immediately start going into I fucked up mode, but you make do with what you got. Okay. I think I got two more in me, so we're gonna roll for our next guy or gal or non-specific gender identity character. And we've got oh no. Oh boy. What have I done? Why did I put this here? Why did I put you in? I put you on as like a last second edition, and it's just like, well then, I'm gonna suffer for this. We suffer for our art. It's Neo. We got Neo Metal Sonic. We nearly got who was it? I think we nearly got Zavok, and you know what? I also probably would have preferred Zavok. All I remember of him is he's like that. It's basically Metal Sonic right up until you get to like the rest of him. Slender. Well, because I can more easily do Zavok, because Zavok is just like Timu Bowser. I can more easily do that compared to Neo Metal Sonic. Zaphic is more exactly, which means he's easier to draw from memory. He's got like the I'm not saying Neo Metal Sonic isn't the coolest fuck design, because it is. It's just like, man, Zaphic would have been really nice as like a palette cleanser that can just do easily. He's got like strips of white on him. It's so cool how they just randomly bring back Neo Metal for the IDW comics as well, in like the early stages of it. If anything, this is your lesson to just start reading more of the IDW. I have read exactly 2 IDW books. I think he shows up in like volume 4. I think that's the first volume he shows up in. The sister got me the first few Christmas. Yeah, most of my volumes that I have been Christmas presents at one point. And one, I googled Neo Metal for reference, and one of the results was fan art where he had an upgrade to. Oh, I see. Someone is really into this, and you know what? There's someone out there that won't blame them. He's got like fairly big, chunky feet as well, if I remember correctly. My most recent. Yeah, he's got like those fairly big, like chunky feet. I think he has like a cape as well in some parts of it. He's got like a big cape to sort of give him that like aura farming. Give him some severe aura farming capabilities. I think that looks right. But I've said that so much that it's lost any meaning whatsoever. Oh, you've got the one where there's the chapter of Sonic and Tails going to space. That's one of my favorite parts. I like that chapter so much because it also has some really good silver moments as well. I mean, of course, I freaking like something that has really good silver moments. They're so hard to come by in this day and age. I gotta take whatever dubs I can get. Because most of the time when we get a silver W, it's because his backstory got ripped for another character. We've done a lot of robots on this stream now that I'm thinking about it. There's also the one where Cream and Vanilla. Oh, the one where freaking Rough and Tumble show up at their house. That one's cute. That one's cool. I like that one. That's a cool part of the comics as well. He was armor farming at the end of the Heroes. Yeah, that's something I like about Neo Metal. He's very much like a very imposing and intimidating design, and then you get to his boss fight, and it's just like, well, that was certainly a thing. But at least he looked cool. More than you can say for most disappointing fights with one-time Sonic enemies. Well, one time as much as we wish they would stay at one time. or this is my thinking of Base, where he's got like these sorts of styled limbs. I think he's just like for Neo Metal. It's just like he's got like longer claws. To my immediate knowledge, it's just like longer claws, and that's about it. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, speaking of Neo Metal, I'm really hoping that like they finally put Heroes on a console again. Get like a Heroes re-release. At the very least, I would like it to somehow get the GameCube era Sonic games on NSO. That would be like the ultimate dream come true. Not just for like having the games on like modern hardware again, but because you think of the NSO and you think like, oh, we can play the multiplayer stuff online, which would be an insane thing to be able to do without the use of like perfectly legitimate hardware remake. Perhaps I think that's one of the things that's like been rumored for like the past 5 years or so. That's been like rumored since Frontiers came out, and I would not be against it. I would absolutely not be against it. I would love that so much because Heroes was my first Sonic game, and I would love to be able to finally beat it. Because I've been finally starting to try to do that with Shadow the Hedgehog, because I found the Shadow the Hedgehog Reloaded mod recently, which adds a lot of quality of life improvements to the game to make it playable. Oh, hello Spectreon! Thank you for joining us. Hello, hello. Thank you for popping in. We're I've got about one more character in the tank for me at this point, because we've done a fair amount. We've done quite a lot, surprisingly. We've done quite a lot of overestimating my abilities and a fair amount of underestimating my abilities to remember characters, but you know, it is what it is. This is the curse I was born with, of knowing video game characters. And then his color is just like a dark, deep blue. Oh, that's the perfect blue for it. That's perfect. I'm also just not sure if his, like, there are some parts of him that are just like slightly chunkier, and then everything else I think is just like gray. It's like different shades of gray. That's like we like really rolled the dice well on getting like a perfect blue for Neo Metal. Hit me when I get the knowing all Pokemon autism instead of something useful. Oh, I got that as well as the knowing most Sonic characters autism. It's great. Real nice double package. Dual package that I came with. I can't get an actual job, but at least I can tell you who is who in a Sonic game. And their lore. Where's the split? Probably here, I think. No, it's somewhere though. Oh, not done that part, of course. That'll be why. That should be it. There we go. And this side as well. I think yeah, those look better. That was if I turn refer overlays back on. There we go. Yeah. Oh, no. Step too far. That doesn't happen till the IDW comics. Oh, there we go. Do it again. Did it again. Oops. That should do it. Yep. Then just the eyes. She all into the shawl. Yes, yeah, there we go. That's perfect. It's perfect even. I totally freaking nailed it on that. I have to. If I have to have at least done one nailing of it since Ray. And even then that came with the not so much nailing and the forgetting to switch to the frickin' Clip Studio canvas. It's been a time tonight. It's been a time, but we've had fun and we've done some drawing, which is all you can really want in life. Let me clean that up a little bit because that's going to frustrate me otherwise. Yep, there we go. Now to find a photo so that I can see how on point. Yes, I was right about the cape. Nice. Oh, it's more of a butt. It's more of a butt cape from the looks of things. Well, let me actually get a picture so y'all can see it. It's more like a butt cape rather than like an actual cape. But everything else, oh, he's got like sort of red. It's like red ears rather than the same ones that regular Metal Sonic has. He's got these spikes as well on his. Is it an ass cape? I think it is an ass cape. It's pretty much. It looks very ass and capey. I guess it would be inconvenient to have like a proper cape when you have like a jet engine on your frickin' tummy. Now that I'm thinking about this, but I kind of got it at least. That's more than I could say for a lot of these ones I've had tonight. All right. I think we're ready to have our last one. Nuckips! Exactly. And without further ado, I think we're ready to have our final character for the night. And hopefully, we end on something good. Let's be hopeful, give it an extra shuffle, and let's roll. Let's roll, there we go. Oh boy. Please, something. Ooh. Oh, just shy. We're ending on Charmy, which is good because I wanted to have at least one chaotic character tonight because of the frickin' Kaido's in shambles right now. Oh dear. But we're ending on Charmy. Which is good because I wanted at least one chaotic character tonight because of the case files coming out. So, I mean, Charmy's fairly easy. He's Orb, and then is Orb again, and then what you think is sort of like the eye shape is also kind of helmet. Does he have like, is it like pilot helmet or am I thinking of someone else? I don't think he's got pilot helmet. I think it's just like, he's got his little antenna sticking out. His little nose. He goes, I'm a child, see? His zip up jacket. Stinger. get his... I'm gonna give him a horse. He got a horse. He finally got his thing. Most folks won't get this yet because they haven't watched the Chaotix case files, and you know what? Might as well get in while the going's hot on that. I think that's right. That looks like that's a Charmy to me. That looks like a Charmy. That's a wee bee who goes, his name's Charmy. Or is this... The helmet is going to be the thing that trips me out with this, because I don't draw Charmy at all. That sure is a Charlemagne bee indeed. And then, yeah. Sort of like the eye guard for the... Nope, not like that. I mean, you gotta elongate the name somehow. Everyone knows that names that are long or elongated names are funny. It's like his Nicholas name, because a nickname is just a shortening it, but a Nicholas name was like you make it long for the funny. A Nicholas name. I cannot take credit for that joke. That's a Tumblr joke, unfortunately. I just love it. I just love that one so much. Do I want to make it a specific horse or just give him, like, horse? Because I can't draw horse. Let's give him a generic horse. Is his... No, I don't think his nose is like that. It's just like a little button nose, because he baby. He's just so wide-eyed and happy about his horse. That looks correct in my brain, but we've all seen what my brain's like, so take it with a grain of salt. I kind of given him like a sort of like a classic Charmy proportions as well, but I mean, Charmy is very much like that kind of like baby and small. And yet also he craves violence and to be set on fire according to Crosswells, which is that boy ain't right. This boy ain't right. Remember in oh yeah, when in Chaotix his sprite is just like really really tiny and just he can infinitely fly as well. Knuckles Chaotix is weird. I need to actually play that game at some point. It's like the one classic platformer I have not finished at this point. And it's also like the one that is like not available anywhere for some bloody reason. Just put it on something, Nintendo. Not Nintendo, Sega. I can't be blaming Nintendo for everything. I'm not a YouTuber. Really wish you liked it. Yeah, it's a weird one, but that kind of gives it its charm to me. Much like the bee within it. I'm trying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh, I made him like very tiny. I made this bee wee, a wee bee, if you will. The aesthetic of it is some of the best in the classic era, but some of the layouts and mechanics are strange. Yeah, that's the kind of consensus I hear about it. Nintendo, no, what? Sorry, force of habit. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn off my sketch layer. Oops. Helps to turn off the sketch layer before you start trying to color. No, it's like a deeper yellow. I think it's like that. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. We're going with that. We'll roll with it. We'll make like our spin dash and roll with it. What color shall his horse? His horse shall be brown, and he shall go Hui. I kind of just gave up with the shoes. I can't remember for the life of me what Charmy's shoes look like. I think they're orange. We'll go with that. It feels like it's a color that works well with his color scheme. I like this the best thing Charlemagne B we ever done did see. Unless there's that one artist I see on Blue Sky who does like really cute chaotic art, in which case, okay, you maybe have seen like a better Charmy. But it's pretty close. I think it's close. I want to hope it's close. Is it? I like. Okay, I think that's our Charmy done. Oh what? Which layer is that on? Ah, there is the problem. I have done Charmy sketch on the same layer as my Neo Metal line art. Ah, the joys of a digital artist, ladies and gentlemen. The joys of a digital artist. Anyway, there we go. Okay, problemo solved. Right, and then just one last bit of cooler. And the Charmy is done. I think that looks right. But I've said that so many times I've been proven wrong at this point, so I don't even know at this point. He's cute, I like him. I definitely come to like him a little bit more because of the Chaotic Files, where he's surprisingly sweet. I don't know if he's right, but he's cute. Exactly. And that's all that matters. Let me just grab a Charlemagne B image, and we'll see how close I got. Okay, I got the shoes wrong, but I think I nailed it otherwise. I more or less nailed it otherwise. Let me just... wrong thing. Scroll. Where is it? Am I... no. Okay. There we go. Okay. For some reason the scroll was not working. Honestly, I think I did fairly good on that. Did you ever hear about the Hidden Sonic Heroes PC port feature? I think I have. There's like... the beta testers got so sick of hearing his voice that they added a cheat code that mutes him. Oh, I got the shoes right after all. Oh, he does have the goggles. Oopsie. And he's got like little black rings on his gloves instead of his usual... it's like the usual white... ah, dang it. I was close. That's the closest we've had in like these. I'm not too sure, so I'm going to pull up a reference image. Well, this has certainly been an eventful evening. certainly been an experience, and very, very humbling in terms of my ability to draw Sonic characters. But you know what? I had a lot of fun doing this. It was fun to just doodle a bunch of characters and just see how good my Sonic knowledge really is. And I'm glad I actually managed to make this last until sort of like regular stream length time. This was a lot of fun. And I thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I will be back streaming with you all on Thursday, where, depending on how I'm feeling, it's either going to be Donkey Kong Country Returns as originally intended, or we're going to be playing some Kirby Air Riders and doing like a paddock on that, because that will be fun to do with everyone. Let me see if I can send you all off to raid someone before the night is over, because I like doing that during streams. Also, that was a whole 10 characters. Yeah, we got through a lot. We got through a lot more than I was expecting to get through. Let me see. Who is streaming tonight? You know, I haven't sent you all to them in quite a while. I'm going to send you to Essie. They're currently playing Grounded 2, so be wary of that for any arachnophobics within the chat. It'll be... Please go throw Essie some love. They're a lovely, fun streamer, and I hope you guys have a lovely time with them. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Take care, everyone. Bye-zies!